The Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show. How you feeling?
I think we're more. I think we're more like the Slosh Sons.
Yo, Debbie kind of got us, man. I'm in some kind of mode right now.
I don't know if it was the right thing to actually do the product review before the actual show.
I think next time if we do the shit, it'll be after the show.
Yeah, it should have been after the show for sure.
I'm over here feeling myself like a Beyonce track, man. I told you, man.
Man,
my eyes kind of like slanted shut.
I had to take my sweater off, man. Listen, the rum punch followed up by the rum cream. I think I went a little bit too hard, forgetting that we actually have to record.
We gotta get back to the business, man.
So people out there, if this is a slur episode, you got Debbie to thank for that. Delicious products.
It was a delicious decision.
Delicious decision, exactly. That's exactly what it was. And speaking about decisions, there's a wide range of products that she's carrying. So, check out the review video. We're gonna throw up a review video on the YouTube and the IG, as well as on the IG itself. We'll just post a link to her page.
You said that, man. You said the IG and the IG.
The IGT. Oh, I meant IGTV.
The liquor got you tripping.
That's what I meant. The IGTV.
Yo, the liquor got you tripping.
But listen, anyway, we'll have the links and you check out the video and that's that. So how you feeling, Marv?
I told you, man. I'm over here. I feel like a bootleg R&B singer. I don't know if I should just talk the show or sing the show.
You might have to sing parts of the show, just to get you through it and all settled and stuff like that, and then maybe talk the rest of it. But
okay.
Yeah, man, I feel nice, man. What we got on the agenda for today?
Let's hit it off with the Game of Thrones update for season 1, episode 1.
Yo, it was.
I don't know. To me, I feel like, here's my thing. I think a lot of people fake me up into the whole every episode is supposed to be an hour and a half.
That's the thing.
That's the first thing that pissed me off and stuff. Whatever, right? Because I want to say like when I was watching this, I watched at my cousin's house and stuff. Whatever, and then she hit the I guess the remote button for the how long the episode's supposed to be.
Right.
For the HBO thing.
Yeah.
So when I seen it's supposed to be an hour and stuff, and I'm like, nah, your shit broken because they told me an hour and a half.
Right.
So I was mildly upset right there. You know what I'm saying? And then how it panned out and stuff, the whole show, I felt like somebody important should have kind of kicked the bucket. Because there's only supposed to be like 8 episodes left, so
yeah. I mean, it should have been right to the action.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, yo, we waited like 2 years. You should just jump straight into the action and stuff, whatever. Not, like some new Aladdin shit. Let's go take a ride on Magic Dragons and see a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
I thought, honestly, we probably would have got at least like one scene of the walkers coming through. You know what I mean? Like they marching on their way to victory, marching to do something, and like slaughter a couple people on the way. You know what I mean? I thought we would have caught a glimpse of that.
Yo, those walkers, they got some art skills, man. You don't see how they had the little dude on the wall? Oh, my bad, people. This is a spoiler alert. So if you're hearing this, whatever, 1-800-R-BAD. But
it ain't not bad, man. You supposed to be up on your GOT by now.
That's true. You had a whole week.
Yeah.
So I want to say like the little dude on the wall, the Walker kid, and it had all the hands and stuff, whatever, in that little circular motion.
Yeah.
I was like, they had like a Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci in the Walker somewhere, man.
I tell you, man, they know what they're doing.
I was like, okay. And then I don't know when he started screaming, it kind of fucked me up because we're in conversation and stuff. I'm like, oh, they must have killed some kid and start screaming, came out of nowhere. I was like, let me just be easy.
Listen, man, they hard to die, man. They dead already. So
that's true. You got to set them on blaze. So, I mean, the whole thing and stuff, whatever, I think the episode to me, first episode was kind of weak. I like how they ended it, though, because the very first episode when dude pushed Brent out the window, Jaime Lannister.
Right.
Pushed him out the window and stuff, whatever. That's how the episode ended. And then with this one, this is the first time seeing him since he made him cripple.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It kind of ended like that. So I was like, oh, shit. because they a little bit different on both sides and stuff. But Jamie a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
And Brent, he got his little was it Vorg power and stuff, whatever. Where he can go into animals and go into things and stuff like that, whatever. So
He lucky he ain't get no dire wolf to go jump
Right.
Jamie's ass.
Exactly. So stay tuned. But yeah, that's how I felt about episode 1. How you felt about episode 1?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like I said, I thought there would have been some more action right off the top. Again, I was also disappointed about the length of it, being that there is only a certain amount of episodes, and I too, for one, was told that we're gonna be seeing some hour and a half. It's gonna be like some mini movies, so don't worry about the shortness of the season. So I was expecting a lot from the first episode, but I think the key thing was just finding out who Jon Snow really is in the grand scheme of things. Now we know he really popping auntie, and and then you know what, the one little scene where they did the whole New World fly off scene and landed in a little secluded area with them just then the dragons. It looked like the dragon gave him that look like, yeah, nigga, I know. You don't know what I know, but yeah, I know. And gave him that little smile, like little smirk, dragon smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave him, it was a little different. Like I said, I was looking for like the guts and glory and stuff, whatever. Because I mean, like that's what I'm here for these last few episodes.
The guts and glory. You did get a mini sex scene with my man. He had three chicks in the bed with him.
Oh yeah. That dude, yeah. That dude, he always getting it in and stuff, whatever. But I mean, I just want to see like what's going on with like everything pertaining to the walkers.
Yeah.
The walkers, White Walkers. I'm crossbreeding shows.
Because I've been crossbreeding shows sometimes too.
Yeah,
man,
so I want to see. When was the last time you watched Walking Dead?
Oh, I think I canceled that a few years ago.
I was about to say there's probably like 4 people on the planet probably still watching that show.
It just out of me. I didn't even know what to say, man.
They dragged that bitch too long, man. Yeah, man, that's it. Let's get to the real shits out here. Police in Tamarack, Florida, they had a way with some young high schooler kids and stuff, whatever. There, the Broward County Sheriff's Department wasn't too cool, wasn't too clean. Basically, you had on the video that's floating around and stuff, whatever, everywhere on the social media plugs, is that you have one cop. He pepper sprays the kid instantaneously, point blank range to his face. And when the kid's trying to gather himself in front of all the other high schoolers and stuff, whatever, the same cop takes the kid and slams him to the ground. And then there's another video and stuff where it seemed like it might be the same kid that's on the ground. Meanwhile, they're trying to throw cuffs on him. But remember, this kid and stuff has just been pepper sprayed.
Right.
No water to rinse his eyes or anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then another cop and stuff whatever got over him and stuff whatever over the back because he's on his stomach and stuff face down to the ground, hit him with a mean ass right hook and stuff whatever to his jaw, and then slammed his head straight against the ground, and you seen a little liquid splatter and stuff whatever. So he definitely busted his head on the concrete and stuff whatever. And for police officers for that to be that size and to be so many of them, I feel like the whole takedown situation was unjust and was cause for.
Yeah, man, it's
because they were unarmed.
I think they're really getting out of hand with how they're. Well, I'm not thinking that they're getting out of hand. I mean, they've been out of hand. If you could recall, I think it might have been maybe a month or a month and a half ago with the New York cop and that gentleman that was in the hospital.
Oh, when he slapped the shit out of him in the bed.
In the bed.
Yeah.
And
he got fired though.
Yeah, he got fired. He went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail.
I think he went for like 5 years. They gave him. And I'm pretty sure that his partner or the other cop who actually filmed the incident, I think he might have been rubbing some time as well. But look, I don't know if it's a psychological thing. I don't know if it's a training thing. I don't know what it is. But
there's something wrong.
The model of serve and protect doesn't seem to be in any of the type of training that they have as far as dealing with the public, as far as handling certain situations. I know it can be a stressful job, but some of the things that is happening is definitely uncalled for, and something's gotta give. It's at the point now where if this is happening too much, I fear there's gonna be some sort of retaliation on the public's part. That's just gonna, open up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You might be right and stuff about that with it, because I mean, a lot of people and stuff feel the type of way and stuff, especially when the video's floating around. I felt the type of way when I was watching the video, right? But I'm emotional orange, and a lot of things and stuff, whatever. If they rub me the wrong way, I speak about it and stuff, whatever. But like a lot of other people had the video, they seen the video, they said they were disgusted on how the cops took down the kids. Like I said, they're unarmed kids.
Yeah, well, I was about to say at the end of the day, you're still dealing with kids. I mean, we know kids can get mouthy. They can push your buttons.
Yeah.
Definitely all of that. But still, as a police officer, you're trained to conduct yourself in a certain manner, in a certain order, and it's like we're not seeing any of that. We're actually seeing the exact opposite of that.
Correct. Yeah, that ain't cool, man. So, I mean, you guys, if you haven't seen the video, take a look at it. And hopefully it doesn't go the way how Not Your Average Joseph is saying and stuff, whatever, but something has to be done. This cannot go on. On to the next, man. Police find 44 stolen diamonds up a man's ass during a routine traffic stop while he was on his motorcycle. Yes, you heard correct.
I'm trying to fathom that now. Was he sitting down on the motorcycle? Or was he like in like racehorse jockey stance?
I think
he
was in like trying to do like a little chips, with his back up and everything like that, whatever. And he's just praying that he don't hit any of the grooves in the road because it might pop a diamond further up his ass.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they use diamonds to cut concrete.
So his diamond is cutting his booty hole.
Well, this is you running the risk with a diamond cutting your booty hole.
This is true because if a diamond can cut, diamond is hard as shit. So
they use that shit to cut concrete slabs, cut marble, any type of stone. So could you imagine if one of them diamonds got loose out of that bag or whatever he was holding it in?
If it got loose, it cut his booty hole loose. So what's the weirdest thing you heard? Somebody smuggling up their ass. Cause I know you don't watch all those type of border crossings, them coyote shits, the mule type of things. And stuff like that.
I mean, I haven't really heard much besides drugs. I mean,
just drugs.
Everybody be hooping drugs up their booty hole. Diamonds is a new thing to me.
But wow, see, that's my thing that always fucks me up. Whatever. Like these dudes, I guess they probably just write off the fact that like some cocaine could have been smuggled up in some orifices, and then they have no problem and stuff, whatever. Hey, let me just check and sample.
Well, this is what I want to know because I'm assuming this was a routine traffic stop.
It was routine traffic stop and stuff, whatever. Because I want to say it was kind of like a little, like an area kind of set up,
right?
For like kind of like a speed trap, So since it's kind of set up like a speed trap, he's going through pretty fast on his motorcycle, but they see him kind of agitated and stuff, whatever, when they pull him over.
Right.
Like, yo, what's going on with you and stuff, and he's kind of shuffling like things. So then they told him, get off your motorcycle and stuff, whatever. And then they
squat and give me 20.
No, they saw the knife. He had a knife with him first. So he saw the knife and stuff, whatever. So they said, let him give him a little search. So when they give him the little pat down and stuff, whatever, they didn't put no cuffs on him, but someone put his hands on his head.
Yeah.
When they give the pat down and stuff, whatever, they got close to the waist area and he kind of flinched, like, ooh.
Had him a little too hard, squeeze his butt cheeks. Squeeze his butt cheeks together.
He was clenching, whatever, right?
Yeah.
He was clenching and stuff, whatever. So they're like, yo, what's going on back there? So then they start going to his back
pocket. What's going on back there?
It's like a prison rape movie right there. So then that's when they found them and stuff, and they saw the diamonds come wrapped up in a bag.
Yeah.
And they said, from face value, from like when they seen it, because the sun was shining and everything and stuff.
Yeah.
They seen the glitter and the glisten and stuff from the diamonds, so they knew they were worth something. But when they were actually cashed in and stuff, whatever, they were averaging about uncut, not identified and stuff. They're flawed or regular diamonds and everything and stuff for that, but they average close to about $10 million.
$10 million up the booty hole.
Wherever he was going and stuff with that, whatever.
Where was it coming from? I think that's really the question.
Well, a lot of these things and stuff, whatever, like, remember, you got conflict diamonds, right?
Yes.
So the fact you got conflict diamonds and stuff, whatever, they're not really going to report every type of diamond that might be a conflict diamond. So it's kind of the same thing with smuggling. Like, it's not only drug people and stuff hustling out here, smuggling and stuff, whatever. Some of these legit businesses as well.
Right.
So, like, if they have these type of diamonds and stuff where you have, let's say, 10 diamonds. Out of the 10 diamonds and stuff, whatever, 3 of them might be conflict.
Okay.
So, like, most of the time when they're shipping everything, like, bit by bit, they're trying to smuggle in the conflict and stuff between the mist, and you will never know none of the difference.
Right. I got it.
Because you know most of them and stuff definitely are supposed to be coming from conflict-free zones.
But I'm still confused of why, dude would have to travel with the diamonds up his ass. Because a regular cop pulling you over, he ain't gonna know that they conflict diamonds.
No, he won't know, but...
Just the mere fact that you got diamonds on you and you don't got no documents or anything like that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
That would be the thing and stuff, whatever. Because I want to say, like, you look and stuff, whatever. Like, shit, you even see me and stuff, whatever. And then you pull me over. And then right there on the passenger side, I got a thing of diamonds. And I got no kind of briefcase, no paperwork and stuff, whatever, to follow up.
Right.
You gonna question some shit?
No, I might take them shits and send you on your way.
Well, hey, that's the thing. I told him, like, I couldn't be no cop because I'd be freaking corrupted as shit. Like me, I'd be
You mean like the rest of them?
Yeah. Well, then I'll be doing my damn job then.
Yeah.
Because me, I'd be type of dude and stuff whatever, be in there like this, real quick, whatever. Do the pat down and stuff whatever, pop the trunk, whatever. Be like, whoa, what's this right here, boy? You got 30,000 grams of cocaine, and you have $10 million. So I'm gonna take the cash, and I'll be watching you, and just let them just scurry off and stuff, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, crooked is cop is shit. But hey, if you said that's part of the dance, then that's part of that dance, I guess.
Yeah, they dancing hard, man. But so who has possession of those diamonds now? Is it just they just sit in?
So right now
they sit in police custody.
Right now they're partial in police custody and stuff, whatever. But they had I guess like a jeweler, like a diamond expert,
right,
to kind of take a look at them and praise each stone and stuff. Because like I said, some might be flawed diamonds, some might be mint diamonds and stuff, whatever. There's no kind of scratches or any no devalue to them. So at the time and stuff, whatever, they just had the person come to the police station to kind of identify them and stuff, whatever.
Can you imagine
working in police evidence?
No, if you're the jeweler, they call you to come on in, we got something for you to examine. Yeah, like, yeah, no problem. You go in there, you get into the room, and they're about to say, we need you to take a look at these diamonds that we just pulled out of somebody's ass.
Can I get some gloves, please, and a face mask? What the?
Those booty diamonds?
That's what I'm saying. See, that's the thing that has me tripping out with her. Because the first thing I thought about the Chappelle when he's like, he sprinkles diamonds on his food to make sure his dookie twinkle. And I was like, I don't know if I'm a fan of that and stuff. It's the same thing, like, when dudes hustling in the hood.
Yeah.
When they keep the rocks and stuff, whatever, and they ass crack, whatever. I'm like, how could you be a cussy and put that to your lips? That means you basically eating booty and stuff for your dealer. You and your dealer's booty.
Oh no, the cussies will do anything there, bro. This
is true.
They'll smoke some booty crack. Literally.
We got Kodak Black on the attack in Canada. So customs caught him and 2 other men with guns at the border coming back from the Canadian side, going back to the U.S. side, right? So he
can be the new Smokey and the Bandit.
Well, he already looked like Smokey.
And he definitely a bandit.
Yeah, winner chicken dinner. But I mean, I think what made me smile is like, when you're guilty as shit, when those guys can come out of like in cuffs and everything, and then like the paparazzi gets to see them.
Yeah.
They might have their jacket, they pull whatever over their face to hide their face.
Yeah.
my man came out with like racks of cash and just kind of fanned it out. And he walked to the car and stuff, whatever. And I was like, yo, when you're great, you're great. He had no problem making bail. He posted his own damn bail.
Oh, yeah. You know,
that's how
he probably had bail in the car.
Yeah, exactly. So it was the funniest thing when you see him walking out on there with the thing. But my question to you and stuff is that, because you know he's so hated or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do you think someone snitched on him?
Well,
I was like, I don't know if T.I. would be considered a snitch. And I know the game and them, they frown upon snitching.
someone may have snitched upon him, but I mean, here's my question to you. How the hell did he get in Canada?
That's the thing. So that's what blew my mind and stuff. But apparently they said what the media is portraying and stuff like that is that the GPS kind of took them off into like a roundabout thing and stuff like that. So when they got trapped in a roundabout going towards to the border,
yeah,
they just got trapped there because they're in Buffalo.
Right,
so many people and stuff
right.
were in Buffalo and stuff, but I guess they made like the wrong turn. Was it Bugs Bunny? Wrong turn to Albuquerque.
Okay.
So they made the wrong turn, and when they made the wrong turn and stuff, it's kind of like they're trapped and stuff, whatever. And they had to explain themselves, like, you know, we wasn't ready for this.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get back around. But remember, there's no quick detour and stuff where to cut straight back across.
So you gotta
So
go,
they gotta go
you gotta over the
and
border,
around.
then come back.
Right.
So he wasn't in really Canada per se. He
Right,
just,
exactly.
He breached the border and then turned around and came back.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But like, even like, because think about it, you're on the highway and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
How many highways and stuff, whatever, besides like probably the New York Turnpike and stuff, has like the little medians? Or you can actually cut
across,
through
right,
and
right.
then cut back.
Yeah.
It's not built like that and stuff, especially around the border area. So he still has to exit off onto a Canadian street to kind of jump back onto the highway to get back. So anything is possible and stuff.
But I'm saying, does he not? Even with that being said,
does he not get followed or something?
Don't you gotta cross some part? Don't you gotta cross some part of the border?
You do.
So this is before you get to customs.
No, so this is when he got to customs.
No, but I'm saying on the Canadian side.
No.
He didn't hit customs.
Trust me. You don't want to fuck around the plane and do no wild smoking the bandit shit like you thinking like right there.
Right. So I'm saying
they're watching you right there.
Right. So he crossed over what would be considered into Canada, but not hit the Canadian border.
So he hit Canadian border.
Right.
So he drove up whatever and they realized like, yo, what the hell? What is this? And they're realizing they're at the Canadian border.
Right.
Right there, you have no point to turn around because everything is still going one direction. So now they have to go to the customs and explain to the customs, which they did. So when they pulled up to the customs, like, we have no way to turn back around to get back to America. It was an accident. We don't have no documents to cross.
Yeah.
We got to turn back around. So the custom agents and stuff, whatever, just kind of basically said, like, look, you got to go up this way, and the closest exit and stuff is to come back around this way.
Right.
Because only authorized vehicles can cut like this through there.
I got it.
So now he has to go all the way up to the first exit and then cut back down and then do the same thing and explain. But then when they seen that now, they're like, so you went to Canada with no documents. Pop the trunk because you black. And then when they popped the trunk, that's when they found guns.
Right.
So they're looking like, oh, so you just want to go to Canada and pick up guns. And they're like, these guns are actually still from America.
Yeah.
But if you want to assume that, okay. So that was the situation and stuff, whatever, right? So,
I'm like, shit, man, you made it past the border. Why don't you just go to Canada and do a couple shows?
Yeah. Because, you know, he has his situation and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah, because the last time I heard he was supposed to do a show here, but that was the problem, that he couldn't get
because his record
to cross the border because of his record.
Correct. So like I said, it was wrong turn in Buffalo and stuff, whatever. So who knows what he could have really been his main task in hand and stuff, whatever, considering the fact they had guns in the car, right?
Right.
But yeah. But that beat that.
Like I said, man, it
that was a horrible decision. Not a delicious one, a horrible one.
And it doesn't seem to phase me in some way, somehow, week by week, he gonna find himself in some sort of news.
Yeah. I mean, Cardi B done it. Look at her recipe for success.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't blame him. I wanted to touch on, I don't know, I don't even consider it our bestie. I want to say, can I nominate him for the Dirtbag of the Year of 2018? August Alsina. So he's back at it. But I guess he's back at it to close the Jada Pinkett saga. So Kalani, she has a song called Nunya.
Right.
And he hopped on the remix.
Okay.
So his remix is like, you know, I want to say, you know, when it comes to R&B, I feel like they're not jacking for beats like how rappers would do it.
Right.
But it's kind of like, I guess they just want to get their mark across, whatever, right? Because he had an album and stuff recently, and I heard it didn't really hit the mark and stuff, whatever, too much, but he still wants to keep the relevancy and stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Right? So,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
So the Nunya video, Kalani never made like an official Nunya video, but I want to say they had like a whole lyric video and everything and stuff that were going out there, some just straight audio stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So when he did his verse, he did his own little video, and it was kind of based on like the iPhone 10's features and stuff with the face emojis and everything and stuff like that.
Right.
The name on there said Corin. Jada Pickett's full name is Jada Corin Pickett Smith. So I guess he had her saved in his phone as Corin.
Okay.
So it's a text message battle between him and Corin. And so when the lyrics are going in and stuff, whatever, there was a part in the song said, "You're just an actress." Jada Pinkett Smith seems like an actress to me, right?
Okay.
It's none of your business who I'm going to bed with, who I'm sleeping with, and everything like that. And then like on her side, she responded like, "I hope she's worth it. Hope you're happy. Why are you doing this?" Right? And I was like, like I said on those earlier episodes and stuff, whatever. Somebody should have pulled, like Will should have pulled up on this dude, right? Will ain't pull up on the dude and stuff, whatever. Somebody else needs to pull up on this dude. I think the person that's allowed to pull up on him right now is the icon himself, Jaden Smith. Okay. I think Jaden need to pull up on him.
Yo,
leave my mama alone.
Yo, stop talking about my mama.
Yeah, leave my mama alone, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even like in the video, like so, you know, like when you know, I got the Giphy file, the Giphy app, right? So with the Giphy app and stuff, in the text messages, you can add a little GIF file and stuff with a GIF or a Jiffy. What do you call it?
I call it a GIF.
You call it GIF? I call it a GIF too.
Yeah.
So I have the Giphy thing, and he added a few Giphies, and he added a Giphy with Jada's face in there on the video. So I'm like, this guy has no boundaries, man. This guy has to be stopped.
None whatsoever. No boundaries whatsoever. And I think
this guy's like Thanos with all the damn stones and stuff, ready to do that final snap. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm starting to feel like the Smiths have something to do with this. So if it's even a small part, because you're now allowing this to happen without saying anything, without, you know what I mean.
So okay.
You know.
Who do you blame for the situation then? Who do you blame?
I don't know if I can blame anybody in this day and age.
I blame Jada.
You blame Jada?
I blame Jada because my thing and stuff is this, whatever. I want to say most women, or the average woman, they tend to know and stuff what they want to do is really trying to shoot his shot.
Right.
And if you know a dude is trying to literally shoot his shot and you know your position and stuff, whatever, if you're supposed to be that rock solid, faithful wife, you kill the noise, you don't entertain the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But she entertained it. So I feel like she's the one to blame. But then again, the Smiths, they had that thing about, they have a rumor report that they have an open relationship.
That they swingers?
Yeah, that they swingers, that they have an open relationship and stuff with her. So I'm like, do we blame Jada? Do we blame Will and Jada together as a collective? But then, like I said, this dude has no boundaries, whatever. So I'm like, he felt that he can take it that far to do this Nunya video, like this style, whatever. Like, who do you blame?
Well, and I go back to saying, with nobody not saying anything or checking anyone, right?
Right.
It's almost like, for me, it's almost in like the realm of the trolls. You understand? Last album didn't do well.
Yeah.
Right? The last time August got any buzz around his name was for the whole thing he said about Jada.
For her birthday.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the last time he got any buzz around his name, right?
Fact.
Now you're on the single with Kalani. You know what? Let's spark up a little controversy again. How do we do that? Well, let me throw Jada in the mix. Probably made the 1 or 2 calls and said, listen, yo, Jada, yo, Will. You know I love you guys like cook food. You know, I'm the godson. You know what I mean? Let me get this one off.
Oh, so you're saying that
They don't care. Why would they care, man? You know what I mean?
This is your conspiracy theory kicking in.
This is my conspiracy theory kicking in. Why would they care? At the end of the day, they know it's gonna do what it needs to do. It did what it needs to do because everybody's talking about it.
Right.
Right? And by the next 2 weeks, nobody's gonna be talking about it again.
We shall see, man. I don't know. Hopefully. Like I said, I'm not a fan of stuff, whatever, of that kind of behavior. But then again, like, I guess nobody's saying nothing, so it's peachy keen. Silence is golden, but duct tape is also silver. So we'll leave that at that.
We'll leave it at that.
Yo, since we're on the delicious day with the delicious decisions and stuff, let's talk about Mickey D's real quick. First and foremost, Mickey D's has always been a staple within the world. Period. Right? McDonald's.
Golden Arches.
The Golden Arches. If this was coming to America, it would be McDowell's with the Golden Arcs.
Yeah.
Bootleg shit. But yeah. McDonald's, they made new changes to their menus, whatever. Right? At the end of April, they'll be doing a reduction to their late night menu, and they'll stop doing the signature craft burgers and stuff that they were trying to do.
Okay.
And everything. So I guess they won't do it in the late night run. They'll just do it in the daytime run, whatever, right?
Right.
Now, with the changes and stuff, first and foremost, I don't have like a straight Mickey D's urge or craving and stuff like that with everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people discriminate on McDonald's. I give you an example. I'm at work one day. I'm minding my business and stuff, whatever. And then when I heard that McDonald's had that all-day breakfast menu,
Yes.
I was like, oh shit, bet I can get me a sausage egg McMuffin. I can get me like a medium fry, and I'm living and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody, like 3 people jumped up, looked at me like, ew, you still eat McDonald's? I was like, I'm sorry, did McDonald's do something to hurt us? I don't know, the Super Size Me got that one dude, but again, who the hell's eat McDonald's every day? Who has money like that to eat McDonald's every day, all day for 3 meals straight for a month? You got money like that?
I ain't got money like that. But listen, in the States, Mickey D's can come off dirt cheap, and you got people who are actually eating Mickey D's every day of their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I was a fan of the all-day breakfast when it went all day too. Right? You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I can get Egg McMuffin at any time of the day. Yeah, that was a plus for me.
Yo, let me tell you something. I remember I went to McDonald's and stuff. I'm in Cleveland, right? And there was this one dude. He's a big dude, heavyweight contender. So my man looked like easy like 280 pounds. So he in front of me now, and the deal I think was for the nuggets. So you can get a 20-piece nugget and stuff for I think like either $2.99 or $3.99.
Okay.
Right? Never in Canada. Canada, $10 won't even get you 10 nuggets and stuff here or whatever, right? Yeah. So now my man, he's like, yo, let me get 2 orders of the 20 nuggets, right? So the chick just looked at him and stuff and said, well, why don't you just get the order of 50 for $6.99? Right? And this man pondered and stuff looking like, do I really want 10 more extra nuggets, whatever? So then I'm looking at this dude, I'm like, nigga, we know you're gonna eat those 10 nuggets like it ain't nothing, like they Tic Tacs any damn way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the chick's looking like, you might as well just take the 50, save yourself the money, whatever, right?
Right.
She's like, and it comes with a drink. So he's like, all right, I guess I'll take it. And then she's like, what do you want to drink? This nigga said Coke Zero. I'm like, you just ordered 50 nuggets and got the nerve to say Coke Zero.
Well, listen, he would have ordered the regular Coke if he only took the 40.
Oh, my bad. I was like, what kind of this? I'm like, yo, that's a damn dumbass decision. Not even a delicious one. That was a dumbass decision. So now,
yeah,
she spazzed because she spazzed. She's looking like, really, Coke Zero? And then I start laughing because she spazzed and stuff, whatever. So he turned around and snapped at me, whatever, because he about like, me, I'm like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
And this dude, he pushing like, easy, I want to say like 6'1", 6'2". So he turned around, he's like, little nigga, I'll fuck you up. That's what he said to me. He's a black dude. He's like, little nigga, I'll fuck you up. But I'm still laughing because you know I like to laugh. You know, I got a laughing disorder,
Right.
pseudo bulbar, you know? So it's a real medical condition. Y'all leave me alone. So when I'm laughing and stuff at everything and stuff, she laughing, I'm laughing.
Everybody laughing.
He asked to speak to the manager, so then she had to go open up a new cash register and take my order and everything like that. And the manager finished taking this order. But I'm looking like, yo, but they don't discriminate on McDonald's and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, but don't you know some people that discriminate on McDonald's?
Yeah, no. And listen, anytime I hear McDonald's mentioned in a crowd of people, there's at least one or two people with the ew. You eat McDonald's?
Yeah, they got that judgy look, whatever on me,
Yeah,
right?
it's like,
okay, so I'm not the only one tripping.
no, you're not the only one tripping.
Cause I'm looking like, yo, they try to hurt my feelings that day. I was like, yo, I can get that.
And it's probably just like last week they stopped eating McDonald's acting like they so high and mighty and wholesome and shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, this new vegan lifestyle and stuff that everybody's going through, or they're gluten free and all some other extra type of shit and stuff, whatever. And then like people at these special diets. I heard, what was it, a pescatarian? A person who eats fish, who only eats fish, like motherfuckers that eat shark or something, whatever. Like, yo, it's a different world we live in. I was like, oh, pescatarian. I was like, what? Wait, what? I'm all actually confused.
And it's so funny that they're shitting on these fast food restaurants because this new way of thinking and new way of eating got fast food restaurants changing up what they serving.
What they normally serve.
And I mean, I think it's Wendy's right now has got this burger that's not meat.
Oh, and they're A&W.
Sorry, it's an A&W.
The Beyond Meat.
Yeah, Beyond Meat.
Beyond
I mean
Meat.
that's the new. I mean that's the new campaign right now. Yeah, eat this burger. Oh, it tastes like a burger to you. Guess what? That's not a meat patty. It's been made from vegetables. You know what I mean? So all of these restaurants themselves are seeing what's going on in this health conscious era, and they be trying to clean up what they're serving to people as well. So I don't know.
All right. Brace yourself. I got a Soulful King Marvelous question to ask you. It's not even a question of the week yet, but I'm gonna just ask you this shit. It just came to me. Vegans, you know, what this whole lifestyle, food change that they did with everything, you know, to increase their life and make them feel better and all that type of stuff and probably live longer lives.
Yes.
Who do you think lives longer? Vegans or crackheads?
I want to say vegans, but it sounds like there's a trick in there somewhere.
Yeah. No, because, you know, crackheads live forever. Crackheads, they're like the mythical creatures of the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crackheads and stuff, where they're in that situation, in that space where
they got that bounce back ability.
Right, they'll eat a whole bunch of bullshit with missing teeth and still survive and stuff longer than the most.
Yeah.
And then you got these vegans and stuff with this altered food diet, and then out of nowhere and stuff, where they might catch like a fucking E. coli type of thing, because you know they always doing like recall on like romaine lettuce and all some type of shit. They did like how many romaine lettuce recalls last year? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know, man. Right now, they're not pitching no case for me to go vegan and stuff, whatever, because crackheads eating pretty much any goddamn thing, and they still out here thumping along. Look, man, there was a spot in Cleveland way back in the day. It's called World Burger. You got this big ass burger. It's probably like the size of like a paper plate.
Right.
And you got to eat this bitch, I think, within like, 5 minutes? I think like within 5 minutes and stuff like that, whatever. And if you eat the burger, because I think the burger costs like $20 if you eat in less than 5 minutes, the burger's for free. And they take a photo of you and put it up on the wall in the restaurant, right?
Okay.
Yo, when you look at the wall, like when the restaurant was still thumping, you had fat dude, fat lady, fat dude, fat lady, slim Asian guy, because you know, like they do with the hot dog championship shit.
Right.
And then you got two dirty ass looking crackheads in the photo and stuff, whatever, smiling with burger grease on their cheeks. And they just look just happy as shit. And they just beat up a burger and stuff that's probably like, I think it was like 12 ounces of beef or something like that. It's a heavy amount of beef, man. And they were still thumping along and stuff in their neighborhood. So I'm like, I don't know. Y'all need to stop discriminating on Mickey D's, man. The burger worlds and stuff is out here, man. On to the next, man. This has been $1 million question and stuff that I've been dying to ask you. I don't know. We should have touched on it when we spoke about like the Asian rapper and stuff whatever in Cali, right?
Right.
But it clicked to me and stuff whatever because like I guess the then rapper, female rapper back then was Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Right? And Lauryn Hill, natural hair, doing all the above and everything and stuff, whatever. She never dropped too many niggas and stuff, whatever, words.
Oh, yeah.
In her songs.
Yeah. We touched about this on an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward to today's time.
Yeah.
Where you have Cardi B kind of leading the front within the music world for the women.
Right.
She dropped the word nigga and stuff pretty damn often.
Yeah.
Why is it okay for Latinos to get a free pass to say the N-word?
I don't know. I think it's because they so close to the brothers, but I think
But don't you gotta be Afro Latino or something like that?
But I think that's what you mentioned.
I think that's the only way I can give you a pass.
I think that's what you mentioned last time with the Afro Latino community. That's what was happening, because they was actually Negroes, niggas.
Yeah.
And that's how they pretty much got it off. See, if you're addressing somebody who's a Negro, nigga, then you know what I mean? I guess so, that's what the slide through was.
Okay, so like you got Fat Joe, right? I don't see any proof or trace of Afro Latino within him, and he'll drop the nigga word often. J-Lo dropped it one time, and I think Ja Rule tried to give her like a endorsement and stuff, whatever. But his words don't stand up too strong in court now, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why do we give them a free pass to the N-word and stuff, whatever? Like, I still have beef with French Montana. My French Montana beef and stuff, whatever, is that he's Moroccan.
Right.
And Moroccan people and stuff are like more Middle Eastern descent.
Right.
And if we look at the whole thing of Africa and stuff, whatever, they're enslaving.
Yes.
The Middle Eastern people are enslaving blacks to this day.
To
this day.
2019, right? It's right. It's
like
happening
slavery
right now.
is still popping in Africa and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I'm like, how are we giving them like people like that like free passes and stuff, whatever? Like I'm just confused. I thought you might have some words for me, because all right, we look at. I thought about this stuff when Cypress Hill the other day, right?
Yeah.
Cypress Hill got their star on the Walk of Fame. They got their star the other day, earlier this week, and I was like, yo, kudos to them. But I was like, yo, I don't recall Cypress Hill dropping an N-bomb anywhere. You?
Nah, I don't recall. Nah.
And they're like an all Latino group and stuff, and they got an Afro Latino in the group.
Here's the thing. And I'm not saying this justifies it in any means, but okay. So within the Latin community,
mm-hmm.
the Afro Latin community, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know of the close ties to the African American community, whether they're in the same hoods, whether they're in the same social economic arena.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty much from an American perspective have been grouped together.
Okay.
Right? So when you look at it from that standpoint, a lot of Latinos will have African American friends. A lot of African Americans will have Latino friends.
Facts.
Right? And within the same hood, a nigga's a nigga.
Nigga's a nigga.
You understand?
Right.
I'm pretty sure you have African Americans calling Latinos nigga.
Yeah.
What up, my nigga?
Yeah.
They you know what I mean? Terms of endearment.
Right.
As we would say, right?
Right.
When we look at the history of white people using the word, it was always in a negative connotation. So I think that's where where the divide is, where it's more where we would be more, or we would be more accepting of maybe a Latino using that word, because I mean, when the Chinese tried to use it, we went all ballistic, right? So again, their history of using the word would have been in a derogatory term, like white people. You understand? So that's, you know what I mean? And that,
Okay.
and again, in no means am I justifying anyone using that word for the sake of it being derogatory, right? As a term of endearment, if I'm speaking to you and you're okay with me calling you my nigga, I'm okay with you calling me my nigga, then there's no problem.
Okay, so here's my thing. My thing and stuff is that I look at it like you have a situation where, well, okay, let me explain myself first. I went to go talk to a girl years ago and stuff, whatever, when I had got here, right? She probably was probably darker than me or probably a little bit lighter than me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she's dark, right? I took her for a normal black girl when I go pick her up. And I went to go talk to her and stuff, whatever, you know, like, how you doing? What's your name and stuff, whatever. She said her name is Giselle.
Okay.
So I said, you know, I know black people like to go exotic with the names and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
So my thing and stuff is a lot of people, like a lot of Canadian people especially, their main concern and stuff is when they meet somebody new, the main question they ask is, what's your background?
Right.
I grew up and stuff in America. That's not my first question I'm really asking anybody and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
It'll come out to like certain type of things. So one day I'm talking to her and stuff on the phone. When I'm talking to her on the phone and stuff, whatever, I hear her start speaking Spanish. I'm like, oh, you can speak Spanish? She's like, you couldn't tell? So I'm like, the name Giselle? So I was like, you know, I just thought it was a nice name, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, my middle name is Marcel, spelled like the French. She's like, I don't speak French.
My son's name's Marquise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
ain't speak French.
you know, I like French fries, French toast, and menage a trois.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go,
saying?
yeah.
So I'm not thinking of nothing or whatever. So I'm like, oh, what's your background? So she's like, she's Panamanian. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, so you're black Panamanian? She said, no, she's a Latino woman. That's what she said. She's a Latino woman first and foremost. So I was like, but you're black, right? And she's like, no. So she started getting angry and stuff with her. And she's like, where the whole divided thing is more of a North American type of thing.
Right.
In Brazil, yes, you might be considered like negro, like, you know, dark.
Yeah.
And everything and stuff, whatever. Or like Colombia and stuff, whatever. Like the three places outside Africa and stuff that have the most black people and stuff is America, Brazil, and Colombia.
Okay.
And those three places and stuff, whatever, they would have their black people and stuff, whatever. But I guess because they've been beyond that time and stuff, whatever, they're
Right.
just considered like regular people and stuff, whatever.
Right.
To the racist eye, I guess they would have a color.
Right.
So the people are just all types of the people and stuff, whatever, right? But I'm like, yo, you have a Latino person who's dark like me, not identifying as black. So then if she was to be a rapper and drop a song and stuff, she said, nigga, I'm gonna pull her damn card as well. I'm like, yo, Giselle, red card. I blow the whistle and every damn thing. So I'm like, we're giving the Latinos free passes? Or like the ones that identify, like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man. There's a girl that we follow on IG on the Podical Sons page.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's from LA. I think she's a singer. She's a dancer. Beautiful Latino woman. But I'm guessing she's black. I can't remember her name. Allegra or something like that. She had to sport the afro, the big afro.
okay.
But when I look at her, I see like a black woman. You know what I mean? It's not until you really look good and you kind of see the Latino features that you can say to yourself, oh well, maybe she's mixed with something.
Yeah.
But I think she's straight Latino herself. It's an interesting conversation to have, man.
I mean, I'm not playing. I'm just saying, just wondering. Just some thoughts of a madman, right?
Interesting conversation to have, and like I said, I think that's pretty much their justification is being in the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amongst other, because the white people who I know who use the word nigga and get away with it, they hood.
Yeah.
They in the hood. They amongst black people. They rock with black people, and the same black people turn around and call them nigga, even though they white.
Yeah. They just got to keep it in their hood.
Yeah, just keep it in your,
Don't,
keep it in your
don't
hood,
bring
man.
it to another hood.
Yeah, no.
Where you gotta pull up so much research and stuff and everything, backup paperwork. Yeah, nah, it's not a good look on that aspect. Yo, this was it a few days ago. Nas Illmatic album hit 25-year anniversary.
Shout out to Nas, man, and shout out to Illmatic. Probably one of the cultural defining records in hip hop. One of the first rap albums to use multiple producers, and when I say multiple producers, I mean top producers at that time. It was a big album, man, and it was an introduction of this kid from Queensbridge. A lot of us knew of him from Large Professor's Live at the Barbecue track. That's when everybody first got a pinch of Nas, who went to hell for snuffing Jesus. That line itself and the word flow and that song had everybody saying, yo, who's this kid? Who's this kid? And then, from there, the first album he dropped became a classic. And here we are 25 years later, man, and this dude is still dropping music, still going on strong. I think we had the decisions of who's a better rapper between him and Jay-Z. I think you got Jay-Z on your side, and I got Nas on my side. But like I said, it's the testament to.
But that's not to take away from his greatness, though, right?
No, not to take away from anybody's greatness, and the testament to the two rappers because they're still doing it to this day. They're still doing it, and they're still doing it at such a high level that old or new rappers can't compete with.
No, because I want to say I feel like let's speak about Nas. Nas is the type of person and stuff, whatever. His music, his rap style hasn't changed, but it transitioned and it matured.
Yes.
So you can tell and stuff, whatever. That Nas that made Illmatic to the Nas that dropped the Nas album recently and stuff, whatever, last year in 2018.
Right.
They're two different people. Like this new Nas is a seasoned individual, and that one was ahead of its time. So along the line, they kind of merged, and the music and stuff probably hit like a plateau mark and stuff where it said like, okay, this is where he's gonna be. But he defined himself and stuff for there. Because think about how many one-hit wonders and stuff for there from like the 1992 time till now. That Nas is probably outbeat and everything and stuff, whatever. Shit, I quoted Nas and stuff in a conversation the other day to somebody. From Hate Me Now. People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess that's the theory of man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he stand the testament of time, but how did this album affect you and your love of hip-hop? Because I seen you and some other people doing that whole 10 days, 10 albums of hip-hop thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I seen that a few people and stuff did use the Illmatic and stuff, whatever, right? Before the anniversary mark.
The only reason why I didn't use Illmatic, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. But the only reason why I didn't use Illmatic is because I knew a lot of people were gonna post Illmatic, and my whole thing is there was a lot of records during that time and from that time and since on that would have been overlooked. So I was like, you know what? Let me give those records some shine. Throughout my 10-day. It was really a 10-day challenge of posting albums that had an effect in your life, and it wasn't really in any particular order. Just what you thought were albums that had an effect on you. But Illmatic came to me at a time where I was rapping at the time, stopped rapping, heard Illmatic, and wanted to start rapping again.
Oh, so it inspired you.
It definitely inspired me. During that era, there would be, I'll give you the 3 MCs that inspired me to rap.
Go ahead.
And when I named them, you'll instantly understand why. Big Daddy Kane,
Okay.
Rakim, Nas.
Mm-hmm.
All three of those rappers are great lyricists.
Facts.
Are like great lyricists, and especially in that time. And I'm not saying that there wasn't any lyricists at that time other than those three, but those three stood out the most to me and to most people.
And they made a mark on you.
And they made a mark on
yeah.
me, right? So that's what the effect that Illmatic had.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a song on the album that I'll skip. And like I said,
true. That's true. I feel the same.
And like I said, you couldn't tell that you wouldn't go out and say like this album had multiple producers on it because it was cohesive.
Right.
Usually when you get a lot of different producers on an album, you can tell the different producers.
But even this album didn't have that many tracks on there. Like, I want to say
I think
the average.
I think it was 10 tracks.
It's 10 tracks.
10
but
tracks.
I mean, like some albums and stuff had like average. I think like 15 to 17 tracks and everything. And this one hit the mark and stuff with just the 10.
With just the 10.
Right. So that's why, like, even like with the whole when he's now with Kanye and them, and they did the whole 7-track thing and stuff, whatever. It wasn't too far off from what he already knew.
Well, he already knew, yeah.
Right. Because like if your first album only had 10 tracks and then your latest album only has 7 tracks, whatever, they're not too far from each other. Meaning the quality over the quantity.
Of course, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And I think what really worked well with Illmatic is that all those producers recognized the greatness in Nas. So when they were putting together the actual music. Mm-hmm. It was with the input of Nas. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's because they respected his musicality that much that, you know what I mean, he was, you know, they didn't just give him beats. You know what I mean? They sat down and they created something cohesive. And again, that shows in the music, or that shows in the tracks that came from that album.
Okay. So one more thing before we wrap up on Nas. You really think he beat Jay in that beef? We can hash up old wounds, man. I'm telling you this right here. Nah, man. Nah. When they came out with Black Republican and they made the peace with that, you know, because that was their peace final song.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
Let me tell you, that album that what Jay-Z album was it?
Blueprint.
Was the Blueprint.
Blueprint.
See, Jay was just on a clapping spree.
Well, for the takeover track.
Yeah, he was just on a clapping spree.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came back with Super Ugly.
Yeah, that one was hurtful.
That one was just hurtful.
That was just hurtful.
It was hurtful. I ain't gonna lie.
Me and your boy AR got more in common than just balling and rhyming. Get it? More in Carmen. I came in your Bentley backseat, skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat.
Yeah.
That was just hurtful.
It was just totally disrespectful. It was just all the way disrespectful.
Super ugly.
It was all the way disrespectful.
Super ugly. That's why they called it that. So
I mean, Ether, and I think
Ether had a comical reference to it. That's why you have no choice but to love it. Cause you're 36 in a karate class. You tie boho. How many of Biggie rhymes gonna come out your fat lips? Yeah.
But I think what really worked with Ether is because so much time had passed and nobody was expecting. Yeah. It was expecting. Everybody was like, "Yeah, all right."
Right. So that's
Jay won.
Right. Everybody was like, "Yeah." That's why Jay. Because remember, Jay dropped Takeover so early.
Yeah.
Right. And then months later, that's when he dropped Ether, and that's when Jay jumped back with Super Ugly after he heard Ether.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right. Because it's kind of like he dropped Takeover at Summer Jam. And it just had that last ending piece. Ask Nas, he ain't want to with Hov. No. And he walked off the stage.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, ooh, he just called out Nas. Then the bootlegs of the Blueprint 1 start coming out right before the Twin Towers because the Blueprint 1 came out the same day 9/11 happened.
Right.
Because I remember I went to a J concert and stuff in high school and stuff, and he did a freestyle and stuff about the Twin Towers, like for him coming to Cleveland and stuff at that time. But when it came down to it, from that summer jam time all the way till I guess like the October time, Nas was silent.
Yes.
So everybody thought that, Nas just took it to the chin that he lost, and then when the Ether came out, whatever, yeah, it was a hell of a beef track. Look at Remy. When Remy came at Nicki Minaj with the Sheether.
Well, and I think and I was about to mention it again. What made Ether what made Ether was the track was the beat wasn't any like hard track or anything like that. It was just eerie and dark. Yeah. That's what it was. It was just eerie and dark, and it just sounded like somebody out to just destroy. You know what I mean? To just listen. I don't. The beat of shit is eerie and dark, but it's gonna be some bloodshed over this.
Yeah,
and that's why to me Remy used the beat. Yeah, you understand? Because she came and it's perfect. It's slow. It's slow enough for you to have clear words and
Facts.
everybody to hear exactly what you're saying.
Absolutely. What is a culture vulture in your own words?
A culture vulture is somebody who is not from or of the culture, but takes away from it for their own benefit and gain.
Okay. Do you consider Drake a culture vulture?
Nah.
You heard about what Wiley?
I heard about what Wiley said, but again, from the definition I just gave you,
right?
Drake is not a culture vulture because Drake is of the culture. It's not like he had he didn't listen to rap growing up. It's not like he didn't hang out in the hoods. It's not like, he didn't have hood friends or anything like that. It's not like this is just some kid from I don't know. It was it Thornhill? I can't remember where.
Forest Hill.
Forest Hill. Some kid from Forest Hill.
Yeah.
Who listened to alternative rock but he's always been down. I think
he finessed down Western Road.
I've never really seen him on. I've never really seen him on Western Road, but that might have been my era. Might have already passed by then.
Right.
But in saying that though, I think Drake's biggest beef is that he borrows from other rappers' styles.
So, because here's my thing. When Wiley said it, now, remember I said it on an old previous podcast and stuff, whatever, when he came out with the Bad Bunny track with the Mia.
Right.
I don't know Drake to be from a Latino heritage, and that there's not one English word Drake said in that song. Right?
But here's the thing though. When the whole reggaeton was popping off.
Reggaeton's still popping off.
But I'm saying when it just first started popping off.
You talking about like Daddy Yankee Gasolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people was jumping on the whole reggaeton thing and they wasn't Latino?
And they wasn't Latino, not too much. Cause like I know like Nori real name is Victor Santiago.
Nori's Latino.
Yeah, he's Latino.
Nori's Latino.
Right.
But you had other rappers who were doing their thing to it. You had pop stars who were doing their thing to it.
Yeah, but come on, if we're gonna go there, we know when it comes to Caucasians and stuff. No disrespect to Caucasian listeners and stuff, whatever. They're the best at taking over things. But they do a better takeover than Jay-Z.
But that's where the whole culture vulture term originated.
Right, but okay, think about this though. Look at Nicki Minaj. Right, with the Chung Lee shit.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj ain't Asian. She let it be known her name is Onika. She is Trinidadian by birth and blood and all that type of stuff. American across the board.
Yeah.
But when she's still throwing the Chung Lee outfit, my right nipple will move, whatever, because it does something to me. It's a little seduction and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But an Asian person could take that as a way she's a culture vulture, no?
But okay. they could take it like that, right?
Right.
But how many black kids grew up playing Street Fighter?
Fair. So that's what I'm saying. That would be the saving grace. That's why Nicki Minaj hasn't received the static for it.
Right.
But there's still this time. Okay, look at Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce did a track with Coldplay, and I guess she was doing more of a Bollywood type of kick and stuff, whatever, in the video and everything like whatever.
Right.
And the
Right.
static she received. And you know, Beyonce's Beehive is massive.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
Beehive couldn't save her from all that static, whatever.
Yeah.
Because they looked at it as a cultural vulture aspect and stuff, whatever. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said, let me ask you your definition first.
Right.
Before we get to this Wiley and Drake thing and stuff, whatever. I understand where you're coming from and stuff with Drake.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I understand where Wiley's coming from and stuff, whatever, too. Because, like, even like the last album, was it More Life?
Yeah.
You don't know if you're getting a Toronto Drake. You don't know if you're getting a British Drake. You don't know if you're getting a Jamaican Drake. You don't know if you're getting an American Drake. Like, it was too much Drakes to keep up with on that one album. So that's how I was like, he's not culture vulture because this man Aubrey is traveling the world.
Yeah.
And he has probably studios everywhere he's probably recorded to and affiliated because, like, you know, he did tracks with Skepta and all types of acts and stuff
Of
like
course,
that. But
yeah.
my thing and stuff is that you have your one style, or not even your main style. The versatility of a rapper should always be broad,
Yes, of course.
right? But it goes back to like my question stuff I asked before with him. Like, I feel like Drake don't trust his fans. Like, I feel like he feels like he needs to gravitate and grab all the fans and stuff with her. He's at the highest platform ever right now. I think he's doing better than Jay. Way better than Jay.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Would he be at the status that he is now
If he didn't
if
do
he
all
didn't
that?
adapt to other people's styles and techniques and flavors?
Yes, he would.
You think so?
The reason why I say that and stuff, whatever, is because one, he's still a pretty face.
Right?
Two, his lyric game and stuff, whatever, is decent enough, and his songs are catchy as shit. So like the fact that they're catchy and stuff, whatever, as is and stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like it hits the mark, and it'll just grab you and stuff. It'll gravitate. It'll get you. Like, you don't have to be a fan of like hip hop, but you'll just get like, look at the in my feelings. Everybody and granny outside and stuff doing Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? White, Asian, black, midget. Sorry, what's the proper word for midget? Banter. Bantam. Yeah, bantam. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that type of stuff. Like, everybody was into it and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And to me, I feel like that was a basic Drake song and stuff, whatever. So I'm saying, yes, I feel like he can still hit the mark, whatever. Like I said, the meter, like when he's going extra and stuff and everything like that, whatever. That's on them.
Yeah.
That's on them. Because, I mean, at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, I feel like Drake's recipe and stuff is that if he knows he's dropping an album and stuff in May, for example, he knows January, February, March, he's being relevant. April, he has a single. So May, stay tuned because the album's dropping then.
Right.
And his recipe has been working for him.
Well, going back to that Bad Bunny track.
Mm-hmm.
How many people that you know, black, white, Chinese, have learned how to speak Spanish from that song because Jake is speaking Spanish?
Not my black ass, because I can tell you that for a fact. All
Listen.
I know is Mina, Mina.
All right, you know that part, but all the other parts aren't you doing?
No. Not me.
Not you?
I see. Put like this. I got my hit of my hit of reggaeton songs that like stick out to me because my Latino friends translated it, and being the pervert that I am,
Yeah.
it speaks to the pervert within me. Like, there's a song like, I forget it's called. It's Lento. It's like Aliba, cara, lento, Aliba, cara, lento. And then it's like the translation and stuff is like, yo, when you see a girl, screw it. And she starts to fight, pine it. So it's like, yo, that song speaks to my soul.
It speaks to your inner Marv.
Yeah, my inner more. So I'm like, yes, I can get that, whatever. But as I'm saying, like, when I get a translation to like a me, like, I was like, it's just like a normal R&B track just in Spanish to me.
You killed it.
Like I said, it's to the world and stuff. But like I said, I don't got no beef with Drake.
So what's Wiley's beef? What's Wiley's beef?
Wiley's beef and stuff, whatever. Wiley's beef is basically like, yo, you can't keep track and stuff, whatever. And the fact that, like I said, he's been beating up a lot of the British side and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And I guess they're saying like, you know, them as the UK rappers and stuff, whatever, they have their style,
Yeah.
and they just kind of stay in their lane, whatever, right?
Right.
And they're still making their mark, but literally they're not really making the mark like compared to like Drake.
Right.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I say I see both sides of the equation and stuff, for the honest, because if Drake's style has that versatility, that's why he's probably one of the best acts on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And with them being in that one type of one-dimensional linear type of view, maybe that's the reason why they're not like in the top 10. That Bossy track is my shit though.
Oh, the Bossy.
Half humble, mana bossy. Yeah. That's my shit.
That's my shit right
That's
there.
my shit. Whatever. I hear that shit come on.
When Idris comes in,
Bossy, mana bossy. Yeah. I was brushing my teeth the other day. Came on and stuff. I was like, yo. And I write my own lyrics. I don't go sing. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
So like I said, the track and stuff, whatever, like it hits with it. And I understand from both sides of the equation, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's been cultural vultures and stuff whatever throughout history, not just music.
Oh, throughout history, man.
Throughout history and stuff whatever. But I feel like we should go at these things and stuff with the same type of energy, because it shouldn't be like one way we're supporting and then one way we're hypocritical to it.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying 100%.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I understand where both sides come from, because when Drake had his response, Drake is like, I have love for the new acts. And so when these new acts and stuff come up, he want to show them a little love. Like, you know, Summer Walker, for an example.
Right.
Like, she's a new act, and he likes that track and stuff for her, so that's why he'll jump on the track.
Yeah.
And do his ones and twos to show a little support. And like, if his fan base can gravitate to it and help that, give that song an extra push and get a personal extra push, like JB Block Boy and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
That he feels like he's doing, like, you know, I guess God's plan, which is fine. But then a lot of people and stuff, whatever, that on the other hand, they're looking at stuff as like, oh, you're an old dude trying to jump on these young boy tracks and everything like that. And, you know, you're trying to, they have a term for it, man.
Stay relevant?
No, they're clout chasing.
Clout chasing.
They're clout chasing and stuff. Like, you know, like when Kanye jumped on with Lil Pump.
Yeah.
I'm a sick fuck, I like the quick fuck, that song and stuff, whatever. They're like, they went at his neck. They went at Kanye's neck and stuff, whatever. They're like, oh, you're an old dude jumping on this young dude track and stuff, whatever. But I'm like, but y'all ain't saying that Drake is over 30.
Yeah.
And he's jumping on JB Block Boy's track or whatever. Because you don't know if it's JB Block Boy track or not.
But you know what the funny thing is? That track with Lil Pump and Kanye, that still has a Kanye feeling to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, it feels more like a Kanye track than a Lil Pump track, to be honest, to me.
Yeah.
So for them to say like, yo, you're clout chasing, you're jumping on. Nah, I would say probably the other way around. Maybe you're putting a young cat on your track to stay relevant. I don't see him as jumping on the track. I just think I see it as him bringing somebody on to try and have that little relevancy amongst the younger crowd. But like I said, man, I think that's probably one of the reasons why Drake has stayed on top of so long, because any new popping song or sound that comes out, yeah, he's on that wave. You know what I mean? He's riding that wave, and he's a chameleon, man. You know what I mean? It's like,
because he light skinned, so he can blend in real fast.
He don't just he just don't.
You try to overpass that. No.
You don't just ride. He doesn't just ride the wave, but he somehow in a short period of time masters it and makes it his own. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's what pisses off a lot of people, because
I mean, to be honest and stuff, remember Weezy had that moment and stuff for them. Lil Wayne had that moment and stuff, whatever. Everybody, like, I look at it and stuff, is like a lot of people always forget Drake is a Lil Wayne protege. So I mean, if your master and stuff had been doing this with her, and then you adapted to that because you realized this is what your master, this is how he was winning.
Yeah,
it's not far off. So I'm not, like I said, I'm seeing both sides of the equation and stuff, but I think a lot of people sometimes when they just hear some things, they just want to jump at who they like more, right? And they just want to side with who they like more and stuff, whatever. So okay, since we still on Drake, let's talk about this Drake curse shit. You think it's legit?
We'll know if he wears a Raptors jersey for tonight's game and the Raptors lose. But I seen one meme today on IG. My homie Gino. Shout out to Gino, man. Yeah, it's a long time coming. I'm gonna give a shout out to Gino. Yeah, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember Louis Gino, dude who got us in at Luxie.
Yeah. Can't forget that was a good time.
That was a great time.
That was a great time, man.
Yeah. He posted on his page, Drake in a Boston's in a Boston jersey. He said, "Go Leafs, go."
Yo, because that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with Alabama, when the University of Alabama and stuff, when they had their game, I think there was a photo with Drake and stuff in an Alabama hoodie.
Yeah.
And they got their asses handed to them and stuff, whatever, right? And then they start looking at all the past times when he did that, I guess supporting that one team and the opposite team and the beating them and stuff, whatever. I don't really blame it on Drake, because I look at it stuff as that, like, he's not on the court or on the field or on the ice.
Nah.
But, like, I guess, like, when it comes to sports, like, I got an uncle and stuff, whatever, like on football Sunday.
Yeah.
He walks around the house with a football in his hand. And he does not put the football down to probably like once from like 12:30 when the first football game starts. And once all his teams are done, if his last team has like a late game, football is on him.
Listen,
ritual.
Sports come with a lot of superstitions.
Exactly.
Man. A lot of superstitions. You have, in baseball, the where the baseball cap inside out. You know what I mean? It's like some people have their game time rituals that they do. Some people actually are convinced that they can will their teams to win, or if they don't do certain things, their team is not. Some people actually believe that. So when you got like, Drake in a jersey, and it always seems to be the losing jersey that he's got on, then a lot of people contribute that. It's what I mean. It's like what's your name? It'll come to me.
Old age, Alzheimer's.
Is it Kourtney Kardashian?
Yeah, Khloe
Kardashian.
Okay.
They say anytime she had a basketball game, her man lose.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So at one point they was begging her not to come to the game.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like they said the Kardashians got cursed cooch. I'm 50-50 on that. Sometimes I feel like that. I don't think when it comes to sports, really, it's not really on them. Like I said, they're not the ones on the court or on the field.
That's
like,
what it is.
When Reggie Bush won his Super Bowl, right, and he was with Kim Kardashian, she wasn't on the field. She was just in the press box, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, she had nothing to do with them winning or losing. She was just there just to support her man. Same thing with Khloe Kardashian. She's there to support the men that she was with and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way, Kourtney, if you're listening, but I mean, you gotta think for NBA players. So I mean, that'd be that. But I don't really hold the curses and stuff, whatever, like, against them and stuff, whatever, to people that are not playing the game. That's me.
But just in case, Drake don't wear no Raptors jersey tonight. Just in case.
Yo, I was gonna ask you, are there some things you wouldn't do as a kid and still as an adult today?
Some things that I wouldn't do as a kid and still as an adult today.
So picture, like say if you were a kid, you like, sometimes most kids, they feel super invincible and everything like that, whatever, right?
Right.
Like I know for me, for example, the apartment complex I used to live in stuff in Miami, it was 2 levels. So niggas used to jump off like the second story.
Yeah.
And just land on their feet, act like they were all tough and everything. Like you might have a little tingle in your feet, whatever, your ankle and everything. Yeah. And then you're like, so you do as a kid. As an adult now, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm an old ass man. I might snap something on my way down, whatever. And I might literally stay on the ground. So I'm saying that's some things I'll do as a kid, but I won't do as an adult.
Okay.
And then like when, as a kid, you will probably say like you'll never go skydiving, and then as an adult you'd be like, you know what, it's on your bucket list.
The funny thing is, because as you were mentioning that and you're going through the whole scenario, skydiving is what came to my mind.
Oh,
skydiving is something that I never would have thought of doing as a kid.
But you want to do it
as an adult? I still don't think of doing it.
Okay.
So, and that's what I was a little bit confused. Yeah. So what are you saying? As a kid, you wouldn't do it, but now as an adult you do it. As
You
a kid,
still wanna do it.
You still do it. Yeah,
You still wanna do it.
Skydiving is one of those things. I'm always that person who says to themselves, you know, the parachute might open 99% of the time. I don't want to take the risk
And be that 1%.
of that 1% where that parachute don't open. That's probably the only thing that would stop me. If it opens 100% of the time, yeah, I might risk that. I might jump out the plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then to top it off, since having that feeling as a child, growing up, I heard about 1 or 2 incidents when the parachute did not open.
When I thought about this stuff, whatever, I had to sit down and think. For me, my thing and stuff is that as a child, I could never go into the washroom, go into the bathroom and look in the mirror and say Candyman or Bloody Mary. And as an adult or grown-ass man, I still can't do that shit to this day. Yo, I feel a type of way because I give you the joke. So me and my man and stuff, whatever, right? Like, I want to say before my old ceiling fan in the washroom and stuff, whatever, it used to be loud as shit, right? It used to piss me off.
Yeah.
So I always take like I call it the seductive shower. Like in the morning, I wake up, brush my teeth and everything, and I'll just have candles. I have like, you know, the Bath and Body candles and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And I like those things, just use that and stuff, whatever, as the shower and everything and stuff in the morning because I'm not a morning person. So that bright light will really piss me off even more.
Yeah.
So then one morning and stuff, when I got up, it wasn't even a work morning, but like, you know, the wintertime is still dark. I went to go piss and I said, I'm going to be up for a bit, whatever. Why the hell not? Might as well just keep it moving. And then I looked at the mirror and stuff, whatever, like with the candle and everything. And I was like, remember when niggas used to play Candyman when you were little? So I looked in the mirror once and I said like a G the first time. I was like, I'm a grown ass man. Candyman. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'm feeling kind of tough, but then I still feel kind of a little scared because I seen the candlelight flicker. So I see the candlelight flicker.
Like, call me a couple more times,
Yeah.
you bastard. Call me a couple more times.
So I was looking at stuff and I was like, when I see the candle flicker and stuff, I'm like, man, I ain't about this life, man. I got shit to do. I got a son to live for and everything. I blew out the candles, walked the fuck out the bathroom. So I'm like, nope, I guess I'm not grown enough to do that shit.
Oh man.
So I'm like, okay, so for you it's skydiving, for me it's Candyman.
For you it's Candyman.
Could you do Candyman to this day?
I probably could.
Why you say probably? Why you say probably? That don't sound definite.
Because I ain't never thought. So what's it you gotta do? You have to have the camera lit.
No. So you gotta go in the bathroom.
Right.
Lights off.
Yeah.
Face the mirror.
Yeah.
And say name 3 times.
And say the name 3 times.
Say name 3 times and stuff, whatever.
See, okay. The Candyman I could probably do.
Not the Bloody Mary.
Not the Bloody Mary.
Fuck.
I think the Bloody Mary, I think it's 23 times you gotta say Bloody Mary in front of
Is
the
it that many times? I'm not going past 1. Yo, that's high. Yo, you want to die if you go that high. Yo, that's far. That's beyond me.
Oh man.
Yo, I can't mess with it, man. Yo, we got a few people and stuff that listen to the show, right? And I want to say a young dude that I know, you know, he told me not to call him out by his real name and stuff, whatever out here and stuff, whatever. He gave me a ghost name and stuff to call him. He said, call him Maxwell the Don if I'm going to shout him out. So he said he knows for a fact. So he said he tells people stuff about the show. So salute to Maxwell the Don.
Maxwell the Don.
So now he is 29, turning 30.
All right.
And he's like, yo.
About to hit that dirty 30.
Right, he's about to enter in the 30s and stuff, whatever. So he was saying, like, you know, you got any word? He's like, you got any words for wise and stuff, whatever, that you can give to a person entering their 30s, right? So I had a few things. And I remember you and I, we were shooting the shit one time and stuff, whatever. We were talking about some things.
Yeah.
So I said, if anything and stuff, whatever, we'll just make it general stuff, whatever. So, like, he's not the only one listening because I guess everybody in his group or his circle and stuff, whatever, that do listen will probably be under the age of 30 and stuff as well. So for someone entering their 30s, what advice could you give them?
Hang out one day with cats that are in their 20s.
So you're entering your 30s.
Yeah.
And you hang out with cats that's entering their 20s?
That are entering their 20s or in their 20s for one day.
For one day?
Right.
And see how much you've grown? Like, what's the purpose of that?
To see if you're still doing the stupid shit that cats are doing in their 20s.
I like that. Because if you're still doing the same stupid shit, that means you're not really growing.
That means you're not really growing. And a lot of us get trapped in this forever young mind state. That even when we're in our 30s, pushing into our 40s, we're doing young people shit and not even realizing it.
Yeah, that's facts. I can agree to that. I can testify to that.
You understand? I can tell from my personal experience.
Yeah.
I can testify to that.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not really till you're with those in their 20s and you're realizing, man, I might be doing the same type of shit that I'm now looking at and saying, hey, I'm supposed to be elevated past that shit. It's not till you're really hanging out with them that you really see it, because you might have your peeps who are in the 30s approaching 40s who are acting the same way.
Facts.
So you feel it's normal, or you feel like, you know what I mean, you feel like, okay, you're okay with it.
Right.
You understand? But like I said, it's not until you've actually kicked it with a bunch of people who would consider you their senior, that you realize, hey, these people look up to me as their senior.
Right.
But yet I might be still conducting myself the way they conduct themselves.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, just one day, man. You only really need one day to see it.
I had a few things to say. Cause remember, like, I'll be 34 and stuff, whatever, next week. And what I said, I don't know if you can agree with me or not, whatever, let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, before I jump into it and stuff, whatever, the funny thing too is that one person said to me that you and I are yes men. And I'm like, bullshit. Me and Smooth don't agree.
Yes man?
I'm like, the only thing Smooth agrees on to do an antivirus on is his computer. I antivirus every goddamn computer, kids, and everything is a must for me. So, but like I said, you can agree or you can, or testify.
I can
or
yes
deny
man it up.
You go deny it. You can deny it. I feel like you should at least have $20 in your bank account when you're in your 20s transitioning into the 30s. The reason why I say that, because bank fees right now is probably like $15-$16, and for you to be just raped by the bank fees to like whenever you get paid to be minus that bank fee off your dollars, I don't think it's a good look.
Yeah.
It happened to me in my 20s, and I told myself whatever, like, you know what? Regardless of the fact, I'm gonna just leave $40 in my account so I can never see that happen to me and stuff like that. I used to work shift for shift like way back.
Yeah.
So that's why I learned from that.
I'll take it a step further and say in your 30s, you should master the ability of balancing your accounts.
But how do you do that if, like, some people are savers, some people are spenders.
Right.
So what if you're that type of spender and stuff, whatever, and you don't know how to balance that? Find a balance.
Well, then you gotta, in your 30s, you gotta learn.
True.
Because if you're straight spending everything, then you run into those exact problems.
You're gonna learn today.
A lot of people. We're in the era now of debit card instantry. Instantry is a new word I just made up, folks.
They say you make up words every goddamn week.
But we're in that era of the debit card being the number one way of
spending,
moving cash around and so forth.
So people just like tapping and debiting without even realizing. Facts.
But what most people forget and ignore is, there's you may have a certain amount of transactions per month. Mm-hmm. Once you go past that, now you're incurring all these extra charges.
What if you get an unlimited account?
Well, if you have an unlimited account, then
which is about $20 or like $16-$17 a month.
But here's the thing: when do you get an unlimited account?
When you ask your bank? What? I don't know.
You never ask your bank. Is it you who's asking your bank, or is it the person who's on the other bank saying, "Hey, I noticed that you went over a certain amount this month.
That's true. They try to hustle you and stuff, whatever, to get you and stuff first.
You've gone over a certain amount this month. Why don't you now go
Change
to this next level
Yeah.
where you have unlimited? You'll spend a little bit more, but at least you're not paying so much in bank
Overages.
fees.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So I'd be like, hell no. How about I now start doing this? Every time I get paid, I go to the bank machine and take out $100 in cash. And wherever I would typically use my debit card, I use cash.
Good.
You understand? But I'm saying these are the things now you gotta now train yourself. You gotta, open your way of thinking of how you properly gonna balance your accounts. Because
There might even be somebody in their 30s listening to stuff that probably never mastered that yet.
Well, this is what I'm saying, and this is a good way of thinking about it. I knew this one girl, man. Every time she get paid, she'd at least $200 cash.
That's me.
She would put in her wallet. That's
me.
you, right?
That's me. Whenever I get paid, I take $200 cash, straight out, whatever. And then when that $200 cash and stuff is done, then I just re-up and stuff, whatever.
Then
but
you just...
It might take me a week, and like I get paid every 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So then my thing and stuff is that it'll take me a week to shoot off the $200, and then and that's $200, and that means I'm only taking $400 and stuff, whatever, of cash that I'm spending. That's including like gas, groceries, alcohol, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And for me, typically, I'll take $100 out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, when I get paid, I'll take $100 out, and I get paid weekly.
Right.
A lot of times, by the time that next paycheck come around, I may be only down $50.
True.
So I'm not even looking to take out another 100 for that week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I feel most of the time. Because like, if I take out the 200, right, depending on what I got to do or what a must and everything like that, whatever, I might not have to touch no money and stuff for that at that time. So I'm not like trying to kill myself to a check level, right?
Right.
Because I think that's another scary thing and stuff whatever as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So.
But then it just goes back to that whole thing is where I'm not spending cash. I might have spent cash 50 times during that week, but only suffered one transfer fee because I only did one bank transfer once,
right?
And that was to take out the $100,
which is good. That's what I do. What is this? A bad relationship story. You agree? Before you hit your 30s, you should at least have one bad relationship story.
You probably might end up with 3, but
you might end up with 3 or 4.
Might end up with 3 or 4,
at least one.
At least one.
At least one, because I feel like if you have that bad relationship story, you have a situation where you can learn from it, be better, and be grateful. So hopefully you don't make the bad decision again.
One thing I would like to
add to
this
well,
is...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're Osiris. You're in your 40s, man. Bless us with your presence.
Before you hit 30, or you're approaching 30, if you're in your 30s now, right? And you haven't had more than one relationship, or haven't spoken to one or two or three girls, try and get some girls under your belt.
So you're saying it's not good to be a 40-year-old virgin like the movie?
Not even from a virgin perspective, but you might find out one girl and think that this is it. But how do you know if this is it if you haven't experienced?
I'm a fan of that. So my thing and stuff is that that's what I'm saying, like the bad relationship thing.
Yeah.
Because if you go through a bad relationship and stuff, whatever, then you should be stronger and wiser and smarter and stuff, whatever, from it, whatever, right? Now, if you don't go through a bad relationship and stuff, whatever, everything might seem like a bed of roses and stuff, whatever, until it gets to a point of like, I want to say, no return that causes like that much unfixable damage.
Listen, you got some veterans out there looking for fresh meat.
Calm down. That's like an R. Kelly line or some shit.
You got some veterans out there looking for fresh meat who don't know the head from the tail and say, yes, that one I can mold. That one I can do this, that, and the third. And you as fresh meat don't have no experience in a relationship. So you thinking everything is brand new, everything is hunky-dory.
As I said, I want damaged goods, man. Give me the damaged goods. Because at least you know you've been through some shit and then you understood. And you're easy to say, like, all right, you know what? No me gusta. See?
Yeah.
The Bad Bunny track is rubbing off on me again.
There you go.
My Spanish is kicking in. What else? Anxiety is a must.
Oh, you're going to have anxiety 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But, like, I feel like I said, in your late teens, early 20s, you feel like you're semi-invincible.
Yeah.
But then when you realize, like, some shit is, like, it's a must. Like, like, shoulda, woulda, couldas, and these things tend to way more options and stuff now. Like, picture this. You might think about in your 20s, you're going to go to Cuba with your friends and go kick it and everything. Yeah, because you're still living home with mom and all that type of stuff, whatever.
Right.
Now, when you're entering this type of age and stuff, where you're pushing your 30s, you're looking like, shit. I got a car payment. I got car insurance. I can't afford to miss work too much, Yeah. The anxiety and stuff might just start to kick in and stuff about this trip.
Right.
So, that's why, like, some of those girlfriend trips or those group trips and stuff, whatever, it's not all of them fall through and stuff too many times. Because, the anxiety of, like, things not falling in suit or falling in place might kick in. But not only that, the anxiety and stuff is that some people, like, even the rejection aspect and stuff, like you were saying, like, if they never dated so many people, when they go bust a move and everything on the person, they're like, you know what? I talked to this one girl in a similar place and stuff with her. She told me no. So she more likely probably tell me no and everything like that. Yes, she's staring at me. Yes, she might be smiling at me and stuff, whatever. But she might be looking at the wall behind me and she might be like something, like the anxiety will build up for no damn reason. Because a lot of people, their mind's playing tricks on them. And you are your own worst enemy at times.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that.
And be prepared for back pain because it's a must. That motherfucker will hit you for no damn reason.
Listen, be prepared for shit to ache that you didn't even know you had to ache.
Right? Yo.
Yeah.
Right? Fuck the back pain. Everything, man. Yo. Let me tell you something. I was on the couch, stressed out and stuff, whatever, right? I was laying on my stomach, kind of stressed out on the sectional. And I was on my phone. I was on my phone looking at something and stuff, whatever. My son, he a toddler. He come over and he jump on my back.
Right.
And he got a little weight to him and stuff, whatever. So it's not like he kind of did a little light jump. He kind of just kind of pressed down in the middle of my back. He's like, ugh. I was like, ugh. I'm like, yo, take it easy, man. Chill out.
Yeah.
And then eventually he moves. When he moved, I end up getting up and stuff, whatever. And I hit like this MacGyver roll on the floor. And I couldn't get up because my back was still feeling from the little thump down he did. So I was all types of fucked up. And I was like, but I used to be so limber. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, be prepared for aches in places that you didn't even know you had to ache.
Yeah.
Yo, just the other day, man, I figured, speaking of being limber, I said to myself, listen, like, I gotta stretch, man. I gotta do some stretching.
Right?
Because it's one thing for you not to be doing any exercises, but if you ain't stretching and these muscles ain't getting any worked or any pull to them, they tighten up real tight. Real tight.
You're gonna learn that day.
You're gonna learn that day.
And the last thing I had to add and stuff for it was I think it's not only just a 20s transition into your 30s, but I feel like it's just a life thing. Nobody owes you anything. And you'll do better in life when you understand that no one owes you anything. I mean, you can't take people for granted. You can't expect people to do things. Some people feel entitled and stuff, whatever. But like, nobody owes you anything and stuff, whatever. And if you master that, you have a better life.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I also would want to say, don't depend on anybody more than you're depending on yourself. And don't set high expectations for anybody more than you set for yourself. Because a lot of times you're gonna set expectations, or you're gonna expect things and get disappointed in the long run.
I think that's a lesson I'm learning right now with myself, because I want to say most of the time with people, my thing is to always say low expectation, high rewards. But then there's certain people and stuff, whatever, that I want to say that's for like the average and then the masses.
Yeah.
But I think there's certain people and stuff, like once you're in my inner circle, I think my expectation for you is higher than lower. I want to say it's probably like mid, pushing medium high.
Right.
So, and then when that person doesn't fall through,
Yeah.
I'm partially defeated.
You're partially defeated.
I'm partially defeated and stuff for that, because I've been like, what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Well, just to add on that, I mean, even with me coming up and doing the whole music thing, it's been a situation where I've learned the hard way, and then I've always set this as a guideline, and it's become my mantra, and I spread this to other people who I may believe might be in a similar situation than me. If you're working with somebody, or if you're trying to help somebody, you can't want it more than that person.
Yeah.
And if you find yourself wanting it more than that person, you're gonna be in problems, because it'll come to the point where you're willing to do and give your all, and that person's not or might not match that effort.
Right.
And like I said, I've been burnt a lot of times that way, spending money on artists who I thought, had the potential, I've seen the potential in them, and they just did not see enough in themselves to follow through with whatever they were supposed to follow through with. So like I said, I learned that the hard way, and a lot of times I've put other people in front of me because of that thinking. You know what I mean? Saying, hey, as soon as I get them to where they gotta go,
right,
it'll all fall back to where I'm at, and then it'll help me get to go where I'm going, as opposed to saying to myself, yo, get your ass where you need to go. Then once you're established and you cannot be pulled from where you're at,
then you can
try and help them pull somebody else up.
Gotcha. Facts.
And to be quite honest, this is where that's where the whole idea for the podcast stemmed from, and me just pushing music to a level where I've never pushed it before has come from, because I know myself, I know my passion, and I know that I will never quit on myself doing what I need to do.
Facts.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that's why I gravitated to you so quickly and pulled you in, because I know you're a like-minded person. You understand? So
that's where the yes man part comes in.
That's where the yes man part comes in. You're right. We're yes men. We're yes men.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. All right. We got the question segment of the show. Question of the week. What is the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? And I remember last week and stuff when we had Jean Grey on, and said, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in someone's house? But then I was like, I wanted to chase it, but I'm like, you know what? What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
The weirdest thing a guest has done at my house. And this is this like is this like a first time guest, or
well, there's just a guest in general. They don't have to be a first time guest, but let's say, for example, like I'm talking about like from your house, like even like when you were living with your parents,
right,
to even now, but like you still had that guest to come over the house, and they knew they were only there for a temporary situation.
Yeah.
Like for like I guess either vacation purpose or like to get themselves to gather themselves, and then leave. What's the weirdest thing that they have done at your house?
Well, I haven't really witnessed anything in a situation like that,
which is good.
that was weird. But I tell you what, one time, this was, I think it was either back in high school or just leaving high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to this girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she came over to the house to visit me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this girl, I ain't gonna mention her name or anything like that. She's down to earth. Maybe a little bit too down to earth.
All right.
One day we was downstairs in the basement. We was talking and running jokes, and she farted like a loud fart.
Oh wow.
And started laughing.
Oh wow.
And I was like, yo, that's some weird shit, because usually when you first meet a girl,
their ladylike manners or level of stuff is high.
It's super high.
Like, yo, I remember, like, most girls and stuff.
You don't even know if they can fart.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to say, some women I know and stuff, whatever, you don't know if they can fart and stuff. Like, I remember I've played this. I figured out and stuff, whatever, certain women that I've been with and stuff, whatever, only fart, like, in their sleep.
Yeah.
Because they're too deep in the sleep, so far gone, they don't know.
They don't know.
But some of them be like, I remember one time a girl's like, oh, where's your washroom? She went in the washroom, went in and came out. I'm like, what the fuck? What you doing there? She's like, why? What's the problem?
Yeah.
So I was like, the only thing you could do in there that fast is just fart like, and just kind of, toot it, then you boot it,
Toot it and boot it.
Toot it and boot it. So that's what I was saying, like, maybe that. I don't know. I want to say me. The weirdest thing a guest has done at my house, I want to say this. I thought I had a problem because I remember I was at my boy's house one day, right?
Yeah.
And me, a lot of times and stuff, like if I'm at the house, if I know I'm solo,
yeah,
by myself at the house,
yeah,
I piss with the door open.
Right.
Yeah. I piss with the door because I'm like, yo, it's just me.
If I'm solo dolo in the house, piss, shit, shower, the door is open.
The door's
I ain't got
open.
answer. I ain't got nobody else. Yeah,
exactly.
The door's open.
So my thing and stuff is that I'm at my boy's spot, whatever. He was in the washroom upstairs in his house.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, I'm downstairs in the living room waiting for him and stuff, whatever, to get dressed so we can be out and go wherever the hell. So I'm not thinking he's out and about and everything, like whatever, like out the washroom. So I go piss. I go piss in the guest washroom and stuff, and the door was open, whatever, right?
Right.
So I didn't close the door, so that was the asshole in me and stuff, whatever. So while I'm pissing and stuff, whatever, I guess it got silent up there, whatever, and he's like, yo, you can't close the door and you piss? So I'm looking like, whoops, I forgot I'm not home by myself. So that was my mess, my wrong and stuff, whatever. Now the weirdest thing, I guess, that at my house, whatever, is that I had a guest and stuff over one time, and I told them and stuff, I'm like, look, mi casa, su casa.
Yeah.
Right? I guess they took that term to loosely full extent. Because the time and stuff for the person's like, yo, what's the Wi-Fi password? So I'm like, no problem. Whatever. I got funny ass Wi-Fi names always going through and stuff. I think right now my Wi-Fi thing is pretty fly for a Wi-Fi, right? So I think I'm like, yo, whatever the funniest one is, whatever. I gave him the passcode and stuff, whatever to it, right?
Right.
And I said, well, I'm gonna go to bed, and he slept in the living room, whatever, right? So I was dead tired. Went in the room, shut the door, but I didn't fall asleep right away.
Yeah.
But I guess he now went on his phone and went on Pornhub, I guess. And then he didn't turn the volume too down. Yeah. So I'm hearing, all the sounds. I was looking like, yo, is this guy really jerking off in my living room? I was like, really? I didn't give you a Wi-Fi code for that. I need a Wi-Fi code to save your data. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was feeling upset the following day, whatever, right? Yeah. Because I'm looking like, yo, now I gotta Febreze and scrub the whole goddamn couch, wash all the damn linens. I was paranoid and stuff, whatever. Because I'm looking like, this nigga didn't pay no goddamn bill in this house and help contribute nothing. I gave him a place to stay for the night, and you had the nerve to go on the hub to rub one out and go to sleep. Yo, I was vexed. You know who you are, dirtbag. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. All right, man. We on the Ask the Sons mark of the week.
Ask the Sons.
Ben Kenobi. His question is, who played a better Aunt Viv, dark skin Aunt Viv or light skin Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince?
You know I'm gonna have to roll with dark skin Aunt Viv.
I was gonna say dark skin Aunt Viv and stuff for her. She held it down from like, remember the whole dance routine?
Yeah, man.
With the everybody get down, like all of that. I feel like dark skin Aunt Viv held it down and stuff. That's my opinion. So we both agreed on that.
Listen, I was mad as a motherfucker when they switched up and got light skin Aunt Viv.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she was basic.
I'm like, work out whatever you need to work out, man. You gotta bring back dark skin Aunt Viv.
Yeah, she was too basic for my liking. One King One says, either come loud every time you fart, or fart every time you come. Tumbleweed. This was like a golf tournament, the way the silence is going on in the room. I'm going to say fart loud every time you come. That's the answer I'm going to roll with. And I'm just going to explain myself to every woman that I'm laying in bed with, whatever, to let them know, like, babes, I'm going to make up some condition. Yo, I'm going to combine like 3 science words in one. I'm going to say, this is what I got. I don't know. But whenever I come, I toot it. I don't boot it. I just toot it, you know? So it's just be like some, Shazam.
What was the other one?
Come loudly every time you fart.
But how you, was the fart giving you the orgasm?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes. You gonna have
I'm gonna have to go the other way around too. I'm gonna have to go the other way around too.
Yo, you gonna be messing up your pants you gonna go to a Taco Tuesday out with the friends and everything like that, whatever. And you know the fart's gonna come with the beans and all that type of stuff. And then you're just gonna be having sloppy boxers, man.
Either that or you just
you
stay
wear
away
condom?
from you just stay away from food that makes you fart.
You just wear a condom.
You just wear a condom. Be prepared at all times.
Yeah. Tay_K said, if a relationship is built on a lie, can it last?
It'll last as long as the lie ain't found out. But once that lie is found out, you can forget everything.
I was gonna say and stuff for them, like, yeah, like most of these things have the expiry date and stuff or expiry time on them, whatever. Because I look at it like the truth is like the sun; you can't stop it from coming out. So once that lie is found out and everything and stuff for that, I think that's it. It's a wrap.
Listen, if you have a partner that's got a memory of an elephant, come clean, man.
Yeah.
Come clean. They gonna remember something that you told them 5 years ago. And if that don't match the story today, you're gonna be in some problems.
Facts.
You're gonna be in some problems.
I can agree to that. I can testify to that. I got a problem. I got a memory problem and stuff, whatever. Like my memory is real good. I lock in shit and everything. So,
Yeah.
So my thing and stuff is that if a person tells me a story, their best bet and stuff is to tell that story once, or that story should come up once.
That's it.
Because if I come around, testing around and stuff, and realize that story was false, I'm gonna look like, yo, 4 years ago you told me this other.
Oh
shit.
hell yeah. I'm the same way, man.
Yeah, so facts. I'm wrong with that, man. That's all I got for this week, man.
That's all. That's it for this week.
And that's all for this week, man. You gotta say so to sons to bless us with.
Yeah, I'm gonna bless you guys with this one. Knowledge is free. Ignorance costs.
Facts. As so say the sons.
So say the sons.
Cool. That's it.
That's it.
Any church announcements?
Oh, no church announcements other than, I hope all y'all had a good Friday and a
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter or Happy Christ 3-Day Risen for those who don't like the Easter bunny and the eggs.
Oh, and the other ones that get the Orthodox Easter coming up soon and stuff for that, we ain't forget y'all either. And if you're not in that type of religious space and stuff for the Christianity, faith, whatever, hopefully you enjoy your days off.
Yeah, and I over the weekend, I want to say I think it was it was the Thursday right before the long weekend had stopped. I had passed by a good friend of the show, Nia Jules, and got a bracelet hooked up for me that was in need of some repairs. Listen, I gotta really like Nia Jules and DZUA Wrist Wears Essentials because they stand behind a product, man. If something is malfunctions or defunctions, they just say, "Yo, bring it in." They gonna fix that for you right up, and make sure everything is good.
Nice.
And she just wanted to. She actually reminded me. I remember we were asking if she had anything that was coming up or know about anything that coming up that she would want us to, support, as we usually do and come through and
R&B Divas.
She reminded me about the R&B Divas live Toronto show that's happening June 22nd.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give a shout out to that. R&B Divas, some sisters with beautiful voices are gonna be singing, and that's in Toronto. 3580 Nickel Ave in Scarborough. And I guess when we get a little bit closer to, or get sometime in June, a podcast, I'll do a little quick reminder there. And we'll be there. You know what I mean? I think that's an outing that we should attend. Marv, what you think? Man?
I'm with that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We go out there listening to some good. I wonder if the girl who sang at the swag.
Oh, Mo.
I wonder if Mo gonna be there.
Probably. More than likely.
Yeah, you know what I mean? She was real dope. I hope she's there. Mo Spence. I hope she's there. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, listen out for that. I'll make a closer announcement. I think I posted the flyer on our IG, but if you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look at it again. And big shout out to Delicious Products.
Once again.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it throughout the show without slurring, but I held my composure.
Well done.
And I think there might be a little bit of the samples left over that I can go in and finish up with. So
finish it.
We'll do that. We'll wrap up the show. You want to see your parting words, Marv?
Yes. Thank you again for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between stupidity and genius. That genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.